Endless yellow rooms, buzzing fluorescent lights, a place that feels wrong in ways you can't explain. The 2026 movie Backrooms takes the internet's most famous creepypasta and turns it into a full-length psychological horror experience that stays with you long after the credits roll. But once the movie ends, a lot of viewers are left with big questions. Hey everyone, welcome back to The Movie Hunter. Today we're doing a full deep dive into Backrooms 2026, the plot, the meaning behind it, and answering the biggest questions fans are asking. What happened to Mary, Clark, Kat, and Bobby? And what did the Backrooms actually represent? Before we dive deeper into this mind-bending horror film, I'd love your support for The Movie Hunter. Please like and subscribe. It means the world to me. Thanks so much in advance for joining the hunt. Backrooms follows Clark, a struggling furniture store owner and failed architect. After discovering a hidden portal in his store's basement, he becomes obsessed with the mysterious dimension known as the Backrooms, an endless labyrinth of liminal spaces that seem to copy and distort reality from human memories. When Clark disappears, his therapist, Dr. Mary Klein, ventures in to find him. What follows is a terrifying journey through increasingly distorted and nightmarish versions of reality, where the environment itself seems alive and hostile. What happened to the characters? Let's start with Clark. His obsession with the Backrooms consumes him. He becomes unhinged, trying to recreate a perfect life inside the space. In the end, he is killed by his own monstrous duplicate, Captain Clark, a grotesque pirate-costumed version of himself, born from his trauma and self-loathing. Now what happened to Kat and Bobby? Clark brings his employee Kat and her boyfriend Bobby into the Backrooms to film evidence. Both are killed by the monstrous entities, still lifes, that inhabit the space. Kat's severed head is later shown in a refrigerator, highlighting the horror of what Clark has become. Most people wonder what happened to Dr. Mary. She survives her ordeal and appears to escape back to the real world, only to be detained by the mysterious Async organization that studies the Backrooms. The film ends ambiguously with a distorted, still-life version of Mary sitting silently, suggesting that no one truly leaves the Backrooms unchanged, or perhaps at all. The meaning behind the movie. At its core, Backrooms is about confronting your inner demons. Clark tries to hide from his failures by escaping into this other world, but the Backrooms force him and Mary to face the truth. The film suggests that running from your pain only makes the monsters stronger. The ambiguous ending leaves us wondering, did Mary really escape? Or are we all, in some ways, still wandering the Backrooms of our own minds? What do the Backrooms actually represent? The Backrooms aren't just random, creepy rooms. They serve as a powerful metaphor for, first of all, trauma and memory. The spaces recreate distorted versions of people's memories and emotions. The more trauma or negative feelings someone carries, the more nightmarish the Backrooms become for them. Also, Backrooms is about mental health. Clark's descent mirrors how unresolved pain and denial can trap a person in their own psychological prison. Backrooms also mean liminal spaces and modern anxiety. The endless, empty, fluorescent-lit rooms reflect feelings of isolation, uncertainty, and being stuck in life, themes that resonate strongly with many viewers in today's world. And last but not least, it represents the uncanny valley. The still lifes, distorted copies of people and places, show how memory can create something familiar yet deeply wrong. Backrooms is a beautifully made, thrilling horror experience that respects its creepypasta roots while delivering something deeper and more psychological. It's the kind of movie that sparks conversation long after you watch it. What did you think of the ending? Did you catch all the symbolism? Drop your theories and questions in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to The Movie Hunter, and turn on notifications for more horror movie explanations, ending breakdowns, and deep dives. Thanks for watching, Hunters, and whatever you do, don't no-clip.